You're watching PBC Jamaica.
It's Friday, October 6th. This is the news on PBCJ. I'm Carol Francis. Finance Minister Audley Shaw says consumers are being abused by what he describes as artificially inflated fuel prices from the petroleum industry. Mr. Shaw says based on his research, the fuel prices at the pumps aren't keeping in line with global trends. He has reportedly written to Energy Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley and Industry and Commerce Minister Carl Samuda to investigate the pricing policies. He was speaking Thursday at the inaugural Natural Gas Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. And the Jamaica Gasoline Retailers Association, the JGRA, has taken issue with Minister Shaw's comments, noting that it finds the minister's statement blaming retailers for fueling inflation unfortunate. The JGRA says it's at a loss as to how Minister Shaw could blame the retailers. The National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica, the NPTAJ, is calling for the suspension of the human papillomavirus HPV vaccination program in schools. The Health Ministry is administering HPV vaccines to schoolgirls in grade 7 as it seeks to reduce the incidence of cervical cancer. The program was rolled out on Monday amidst concerns about a lack of public education and questions about its safety. President of the NPTAJ, Everton Hanam, says the association was never consulted about the plan by the Health Ministry to start administering the vaccine this week. They are calling for the suspension of the program until there's further education. His call comes despite assurances from Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton about the vaccine's relative safety.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to highlight that the HPV vaccines are, based on WHO and the experts' opinion, are classified, and we support this as being safe. More than 200 million doses have been given around the world with no major side effect due to the vaccine. The most common side effects of the vaccine, Mr. Speaker, includes redness, swelling, and tenderness to the injection site.
The government has collected $160 million from unpaid traffic ticket fines under the traffic ticket amnesty that started on August 2. National Security Minister Robert Montague made the disclosure during the sitting of the House of Representatives on Tuesday.
I want to use this opportunity to urge all members of the public who believe they may have an outstanding ticket to make that call before the new Road Traffic Act comes in with harsher penalties.
The 3-month amnesty, which will conclude on October 31, are for tickets issued between September 1, 2010 and July 31, 2017. Under the amnesty, persons are able to pay outstanding tickets without penalties or additional fees. Motorists may pay outstanding traffic tickets online using Tax Administration Jamaica's website, jamaicatax.gov.jm, or at any tax office island-wide. For more information on the traffic ticket amnesty, persons may call 948-0406, that's 948-0406, or 948-0411, that's 948-0411. After assuming duties in April 2015, Japan's ambassador to the island, Nasanori Nakano, departs October 10. In the 2.5 years spent in Jamaica, Ambassador Nakano implemented a range of programs which resulted in the strengthening of partnership and development between both countries. He reminded those in attendance at a farewell function that Japan's diplomacy to Jamaica and the Caribbean is based on 3 policy pillars.
The first pillar, cooperation towards sustainable development, including overcoming vulnerabilities, particularly to small island developing states. The second pillar, deepening and expanding bonds founded on exchanges and friendship. The third pillar, cooperation in addressing challenges of the international community.
His last act as ambassador to Jamaica will be the signing of exchange of notes regarding a Japanese loan project of energy savings this afternoon. The relations between Jamaica and Britain was the topic of discussion between Minister of Finance and the Public Service Audley Shaw and British High Commissioner Asif Ahmed during a courtesy call at the ministry recently. The High Commissioner assumed duties in August of this year, replacing David Fitton. Former Jamaica boxing champion George Bunny Grant was recently presented with the keys to his newly refurbished home. The refurbishing project was undertaken by the Sports Development Foundation at a cost of just under $4 million. It was a way of saying thanks from a grateful nation. PBCJ pays tribute to boxing great Bunny Grant in this report.
Where's the weight champion of Central America and the
George Leslie Bunny Grant has the distinction of winning the British Commonwealth title, the last major medal won during British colonialism, as well as the distinction of being the first Jamaican to fight and win a world title in Jamaica.
Left hand again from Grant to the face of Percy. Another left to Hales. And another left from Grant. And another left from Grant to Hales. Scoring and a lovely right cross from Grant to Hales' face. Under the lights they are again. Grant in white trumps, the champion there, boxing extremely well, scoring with left jabs, left and right jabs. Now they're going to close quarters and Willie Pep, the referee, breaks them up.
On the eve of Jamaica's independence from Britain, Grant gave Jamaica an independence gift by winning the Commonwealth lightweight title, defeating Englishman David Charnley inside the newly built National Stadium. The 22-year-old was named Jamaica's first Sportsman of the Year by the Machado Foundation. On the occasion of the 51st anniversary of Jamaica's independence, Bunny Grant was conferred with the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander, the fifth highest badge of honor for his outstanding contribution to the development of the sport of boxing in Jamaica. As Jamaica celebrates its 55th year of independence, under the theme Celebrating Jamaicans at Home and Abroad, Grant was again honored.
Today's activity is about celebrating an outstanding Jamaican, a hero of Jamaican sport, the man memorialized in song, the gentleman to my left, the champion, Mr. Bunny Grant. So, before Lennox Lewis, before Matt McCallum, before Shrimpy Clark, there was Bunny Grant.
I thank everybody for appearing.
As a show of appreciation, Bunny Grant was presented with the keys to his newly refurbished home.
It gives me great pleasure to participate in this honoring of our champion Bunny Grant and to ensure that he's comfortable in his home as he enjoys his twilight years. This project was undertaken by the SDF at a value of $3.9 million. And it's our way of saying thank you once more to this outstanding Jamaican who always displayed the will to win.
Now 77, Grant, who was blessed with a fast pair of hands, good footwork, and a punishing left jab, showed that he still has the skills, which showed why he ended with a professional ring record of 102 fights. 14 of his 52 victories were by way of knockout. Investor Joe Bogdanovich has announced plans for a major hurricane relief effort for Caribbean islands devastated by recent hurricanes Irma and Maria. On Thursday, Bogdanovich launched his Caribbean Love Hurricane Relief Program. He said he plans to take the drive beyond Jamaica to include people from around the world who would wish to assist hurricane-affected islands get back on their feet. And the JN Foundation has also launched a campaign to raise funds that will assist Caribbean islands which were devastated by the recent hurricanes. The campaign is called Help Our Caribbean Neighbors. Individuals can donate to the fund by visiting the I Support Jamaica platform at www.isupportjamaica.com and clicking on the donate button by using JN Live or by visiting the nearest JN branch or JN Money Shop and making a contribution to the JN Foundation Disaster Relief Fund, account number 209-426-7610. That's account number 209-426-7610. And in regional news, a tropical storm churning north along Central America killed at least 20 people in Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Forecasters say it could strengthen into a hurricane as it heads for Mexico and the United States. The state of Louisiana and the city of New Orleans are preparing for a weekend impact from the storm, which could be the third hurricane to hit the southern U.S. in less than 2 months. Costa Rica declared a national emergency, closing schools and government offices. It and neighboring Nicaragua struggled with mudslides, washed out roads, overflowing rivers, and cut off communities. The 16-hour curfew that took effect in Dominica after Hurricane Maria has been shortened. This was disclosed by Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit yesterday.
We have reviewed the curfew hours, which is currently set at 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. and the new curfew hours effective today will be set at from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. So 6 p.m. To 6 a.m. in the morning, that will allow folks to get to work on time or even before time, and allow you to get home safely and adequately. And of course, these times are being reviewed because, by and large, most people are behaving themselves. And the more we behave ourselves, or the better we behave ourselves, is the greater relaxed we will be with regards to the curfew. The Chief Police has advised me that he shall review these hours in the next 72 hours and advise me. Then I will advise His Excellency the President on further amendments if needed or required in respect to the curfew hours.
He had high praise for the volunteers who have been working to assist others and urged those who are in need to reach out.
To get to 72,000 plus people with our terrain is a challenge. You need literally thousands of people, volunteers, to get to every home. Because as it is now, in large measure, we're delivering supplies, delivering services to people at their homes. Because we have been searching for centers to have central distribution points so people could come and know the hours of distribution, but everywhere is mashed up. Every space that you could get in any village, if any proper size, is a difficult thing. We've been searching for storage facility in Rosum. We cannot find anyone. That place where we can use that is adequate, so we can say to people, go to this center on this street, open hours from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. There'll be people there, you will get this. We have had to be on the road, literally, packaging these items and delivering to people house to house.
The Prime Minister also noted that health remains a priority of the government and stressed the need to take preemptive action to eliminate the possibilities of contracting any form of disease. He says the island is able to manage the health concerns with the assistance of local medical personnel and the Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO.
We have lost all of the vaccines in country because the cold chain was interrupted and because of loss of electricity in all of the facilities. Therefore, all of the vaccines are not usable. So PAHO we are working now to develop a project for the funding of vaccines for the country for a year, and to look into and assess the cold chain and ensure that there is cold chain refrigerators and vaccine carriers, etc. We listen to health education and health promotion, and there are messages that are already being broadcast and also by telephone. It's going to be very important that people listen to those messages. They're also going to be doing some loud hailers within communities to spread the message, and deploying a number of persons, redeploying them from what they're doing now to do community education, yard to yard, house to house education. And PAHO is assisting with that, and the possibility of having some printed material. It's going to be very important because persons survive the hurricane. They must ensure now that they remain healthy.
Dominicans are trying to make the best of the challenging situations being faced as they try to rebuild their lives after the devastating impact of Hurricane Maria. We have more in this report from the CMC's Kenton Chance.
Can you explain?
Well, there's no school, for one. There's no water, no lights, and the children, I don't think they can handle that too well. I'll say I can build, but I'm saying my kids to get a little better, to be more comfortable.
Among those queuing up to leave was Nadia Rivera, who returned to Dominica on Sunday from Barbados, where she had taken her children 1 week earlier.
Well, honestly, things are very tough. I did not believe my children would have made it, so I took them out. It gets worse every day because you have no electricity, no water, and somebody must stay to rebuild, so I'm here. But if I really had a choice, I would have gone myself, like all the others living.
A few hundred yards away at a supermarket on Goodwill Road, Ruth and Beaupere is part of another long queue.
To shop, to do some shopping. What I do not have, I came to get it.
How long have you been standing in line?
Since about 7.
Since about 7?
Yes.
It's going past 9 o'clock now?
Yes.
What are you hoping to buy?
Hoping to buy like cabbage bags, sugar, and personal stuff I need for my home.
This woman, hearing me introducing myself to others in the queue, tells me why she is there.
Food, we need food, that's all, food.
What food items in particular are you hoping to get?
Like rice, flour, oil, those kind of basic things. Yeah, and water.
How difficult has it been for you to get food?
Very, very difficult. I haven't received anything as yet.
A substantial amount of aid has arrived in Dominica since Hurricane Maria devastated the island on September 18. But 17 days later, some persons say they are yet to receive any assistance.
You also have a sick father with cancer and he has a catheter. Where is all the food and the water? I need food and water for my dad. Thank you.
At his daily press briefing on Thursday, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit asked the residents to be patient and to contact the relevant authorities rather than just taking their complaints to the media.
That report from the CMC's Kenton Chance. And we go to sports. In sports, the venue for the friendly international between Jamaica's Reggae Boys and Saudi Arabia, scheduled for tomorrow, October 7, has changed from Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. The match will now be played in Jeddah, where several football stadiums are located. This will be the fourth meeting between the teams. Jamaica squared off against Saudi Arabia 3 times before, winning 1, losing 1, and drawing the other between 1998 and 1999. And that's news and sports. Weather is next. And time now for our weather report and forecast. There's a trough across the Western Caribbean. Now, this trough is expected to continue influencing weather conditions across Jamaica tonight and tomorrow as it moves westward. A high-pressure ridge is then expected to build across the island by Friday afternoon and remain for the weekend. Tonight, it will be mostly cloudy with lingering showers. Tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy with isolated showers across eastern parishes. And time now for extended 3-day forecast, 7-day forecast, and our travel planner. sports and weather package right here on PBCJ, the People's Station. Thanks for watching.